Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm here with another First Descendant video, and today, as of recording, it is July the 1st. So happy July the 1st to every one of you. We are 1 day away from the First Descendant fully releasing. As you can see in front of me, July the 2nd, 2024, we're finally going to be able to jump into the full game. Now I'm hoping you guys and girls, I did do a video on this yesterday that you could pre-download the game. So if you haven't already pre-downloaded it, make sure, what are you waiting for? Make sure you go on to, whether you're on PC or console, go ahead, go to the store, download this game for free right now so that you're prepared and you're ready for tomorrow. Because obviously when the servers go live, you don't want to be late and think, oh, I still have to download the game. No, you can do it. So go ahead and get it done. Now I'm going to be live streaming this game as soon as the servers go live over on my Twitch channel. So feel free to come ahead, follow me over there, join me for the live stream tomorrow. We're going to be playing plenty of the First Descendant. I'm going to also have drops over on my Twitch. The drops are nothing special. They're nothing, you know, fancy and insane, but I mean, it's free stuff. Who doesn't like getting free stuff for your game, right? So yeah, so I'm going to pin that in the comment section down below. So for today's video, as you've seen in the title, I'm going to be talking about the lore. So the First Descendant story that we know so far. This has come from many articles, Korean articles and stuff like that, where they've discussed about the story. They've let us know, why are we here? Why are the First Descendants here? What the heck is going on? So yeah, I thought it'd be interesting read. So I'm going to obviously read this to you guys and girls. So yeah, if you're not interested in the story, then it is what it is. You don't have to carry on watching, but do me a favor, like, share and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, let's get into the story. Right. So, Chapter 1, The Bridging of Two Worlds. Long ago, humanity lived on a planet called Ingris, ruled and conquered by an immortal entity called the Architect, to whom creating or destroying a civilization was just a matter of pastime and games. But one day, the Architect came to discover 3 iron hearts on Ingris, and upon his research, discovered a peculiar matter called Arc that could transcend a being beyond their species' limits. The Architect began experimenting Arc on humans, causing majority of the population to perish in the process. However, Arc had imprinted onto the DNAs of those who survived, awakening various special abilities within them. The Architect named these survivors the greatest human beings, or simply the ancestors. Upon further research, the Architect also found the iron hearts are capable of bending space-time in order to bridge a connection between 2 worldly dimensions. The Architect used this power to discover and connect to a new dimension called Cliffoff, and launched an invasion with the ancestors as his vanguard. Unfortunately, Cliffoff had their own Architect who called himself the Sovereign. And whereas the Ancestor created and destroyed civilizations for fun, Sovereign created his own species called the Vulgus and was obsessed with making them the greatest to exist in the universe. So despite their individual prowess, the Ancestors were annihilated by the far superior fire and manpower of the Sovereign's creations. Despite winning the war, the Sovereign was astonished by the Ancestors' powers. After dissecting the remains, he sought to obtain the source of their power and launched a counter-invasion into Ingris, using the same bridge that still connected the 2 dimensions. However, Sovereign did not have the power of the Iron Heart to carry him across the dimensions, and he had to travel through an interdimensional subspace now known as the Void. The Vulgus and the Sovereign were attacked by the inhabitants of the Void, who are a race of gigantic creatures called the Colossi. While the Vulgus army managed to survive and arrive on Ingris, the Sovereign was lost to the Void and had disappeared ever since. So then we have Chapter 2, The Will of the Ancestors. The architect who led the ancestors in the invasion went missing after his defeat in Clifforth. The remaining few ancestors on Ingress vowed to never let this tragedy repeat, but they were incapable of destroying the Iron Hearts with their own hands. In order to preserve their mission into posterity, the ancestors encoded a protocol called Guide, G-U-I-D-E. Into the Iron Hearts, the Guide would read the arc of anyone who touches the Iron Heart to determine if they have the will and power to carry the ancestors' missions. The Guide would manifest itself into consciousness of its chosen one in order to guide them to the Iron Heart and impact upon them the knowledge of how to destroy them. However, the power of ancestors faded into legends as their arc had become diluted and spread across many generations of those who came after, until eventually they no longer manifested in humans. With the disappearance of the architect, time of peace and human civilization endured for a long, long time. And then we have chapter 3. This is the last of humanity. Iron's heart bridging of the two dimensions had warped space and time continuum, and despite the swift actions of Sovereign to launch a counter-assault, the Vulgus wouldn't arrive until many generations after, when humanity was in a deep lull of peace. Upon arriving on Ingress and realizing the disappearance of the Sovereign, the leader of the Vulgus army, Karel, decided to take matters into his own hands. After killing the priest of Sovereign, Arculus, he sought to harness the power of the Iron Heart for himself. Using Amon, who had intimate knowledge of them, Karel learns through Amon the Iron Heart's ability to create interdimensional links and begins to prepare for a full-scale assault by directly summoning the Vulgus from Clifforth to add to their diminished invaded forces. In the meantime, humanity, who had long since forgotten war and violence, were guinea pigs for slaughter, as their crude swords and shields were powerless against the archaic and advanced weaponry of the Vulgus. The unnatural crossing of dimensions without the Iron Heart had also ripped open a dimensional chasms into the void, from which the Colossal also began descending upon Ingress, attacking humans, Vulgus, and even each other. Though this one-sided massacre, a few individuals were able to awaken their dormant arc and began putting up brave but futile resistances. However, as humanity gathered in their last city of hope, Albion, they were joined by an unlikely ally called the Magisters, a group of researchers who accompanied the Vulgus army, who could not bear to witness the horrific slaughters and decided to aid the humans instead. With the help of the Magisters, humanity was finally able to put up a proper resistance and push back against the Vulgus. They discovered gunpowder and firepower. They could triangulate the location of a Colossus descent. But most importantly, they studied and quantified the reawakened arc, allowing them to discover a technology called modules that would modify and strengthen its properties. They would even develop various hardware, suits, equipment to facilitate their individual abilities. This new generation of augmented arc users, the last hope of humanity's war against the Vulgus, would be known as the First Descendants. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is basically the lore so far that we have about this beautiful upcoming game. And that is it. If you've enjoyed this one, something different from me, I don't normally cover the lore, but I actually found this quite an interesting read. So I thought, why not bring it to you guys and girls on the channel? But anyway, like I said earlier, like, share and subscribe. Get on the hype train. We are 1 day away from the launch. I've got plenty of guides, build guides, farming guides. They're going to be coming. I'm going to be making those as I delve deep into this game. So yeah, take care everybody. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Peace.